Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of The Sopranos, one of the most critically acclaimed TV series of all time. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a newbie, we've got some exciting behind-the-scenes facts that'll make you appreciate the show even more. And don't worry, no spoilers here. Just some fun, lighthearted trivia you can share at your next family dinner. Hopefully a little less intense than Tony's.
It's good to be in something from the ground floor. I came too late for that. I know. But lately, I'm getting the feeling that I came in at the end. The best is over.
Can you imagine a world without Tony Soprano? Crazy, right? But believe it or not, The Sopranos almost didn't make it to TV at all. Creator David Chase initially envisioned the story as a feature film, not a TV series. In his original pitch, it was about a mobster who goes to therapy, but instead of stretching it out over multiple seasons, he wanted to wrap it up in a 2-hour movie. Chase admits that he was pretty disillusioned with television at the time, and it wasn't until HBO took interest that he reimagined The Sopranos as the show we know and love today. So yeah, we have HBO to thank for keeping Tony's story going, and lucky for us, it didn't end after just one therapy session. Another thing many fans don't realize is that Tony Soprano wasn't the original choice for the show's leading man. The role was initially offered to Steven Van Zandt. Yes, that's Steven Van Zandt, the guitarist from Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band. Chase was a huge fan of Van Zandt's stage presence and thought he'd be perfect as Tony. But Van Zandt had never acted before. So after some consideration, HBO decided it would be too risky to cast a musician in such a big role. Instead, Van Zandt was given the role of Silvio Dante, Tony's loyal consigliere, which, let's be real, worked out pretty well for everyone. Can you imagine anyone else playing Silvio? Van Zandt brought just the right amount of charisma and cool to the character. And of course, James Gandolfini ended up being cast as Tony, a decision that basically defined the entire series. But just think about how different The Sopranos could have been with a rock star at the helm. Speaking of Gandolfini, here's something wild. Tony's infamous breathing, you know, those heavy sighs and huffs we all associate with him, wasn't just for show. James Gandolfini actually put on over 40 pounds for the role and took the character's physicality to a whole new level.
This isn't gonna work. I can't talk about my personal life. I don't feel nothing. Nothing. Dead. Empty.
You were feeling depressed?
The actor said he wanted to show that Tony was not only emotionally weighed down, but also physically burdened by his lifestyle. Those signature sighs became such an iconic part of the character that it's hard to imagine Tony without them. But the breathing wasn't just a character choice. Gandolfini's dedication to the role was intense. Some say it even mirrored Tony's own struggles. He put everything into portraying the mob boss, and that authenticity made all the difference. Now let's talk about the show's opening credits. You know, that iconic drive through New Jersey with Tony behind the wheel. Did you know the cigar Tony smokes in the car was originally a last-minute decision? The director felt that Tony needed something to do with his hands to add more authenticity to the scene, so they gave Gandolfini a cigar just before filming. It ended up becoming one of the most recognizable parts of the entire opening sequence. That drive is practically legendary now, but it's the little touches, like the cigar, that give it that extra bit of swagger. It's one of those happy accidents that adds so much character to the scene. A small detail, but so memorable. Finally, one of the coolest Easter eggs in the show has to do with the music. The Sopranos became famous for its masterful use of music, from classic rock to contemporary hits. But here's a fun fact. David Chase personally chose many of the tracks based on the lyrics alone, believing they added depth to the scenes. One of the best examples is in the very first episode when Tony is introduced. The song "Woke Up This Morning" plays as we're shown the character for the first time, perfectly encapsulating the mood of the entire series. So there you have it. 5 things you probably didn't know about The Sopranos. From almost not making it to air, to near casting decisions, to those iconic breathing sighs, the series is full of surprises. Whether you're a first-time viewer or a die-hard fan, there's always something new to discover in the world of The Sopranos.
I was just a bad You don't understand.